Today we are going to discuss about Boolean indexing in data frame and binary operation over data frame with series. So let us first take Boolean indexing in data frame. Now in Boolean indexing in data frame, the most important thing is the index in the data frame must be having only Boolean values. So this we have to ensure. So we will understand it with the help of an example. So we will create a data frame in which index of data frame contains only Boolean values. So I'll take this code to the Python and then let us execute it. So I'm having this code here. Now I will simply print this data frame and then we will understand the code line wise. So let us run it first. So this is the data frame. This is how it is appearing. So in this data frame, if you see, the index of first row is true, second row is false, and third row is true. So the indexes are only Boolean values. So now you see the code in the second row. The first row is simply a comment. Now in the second row, we are simply importing Python pandas. In the fourth row, if you see, we are creating a dictionary. And in this dictionary, name, degree, and score we have taken as keys. So which will be the column name in the data frame, and here we are creating the data frame. So in this, if you see in this dictionary, three lists are there and some imaginary values are taken. For name we have these three names, and for degree we have these three degrees, and likewise score. So these three lists are there. So these three lists are appearing here column wise. So this data frame is created, which is in front of you. Now suppose we have to access only those rows which are having index true. So if you see here in the data frame, index equal to true, false, true. So these indexes we have already given, which are the Boolean values, and you know that Boolean values can either be true or false. We cannot use any other value. So if I have to print only those rows which are having index value true, so I can do this, and this we can print with the help of LOC function. So in this LOC I will simply write true in place of index. I will simply write true. So when we write true, this should print only rows which are having index true. So here if you see, only two rows are displayed. So likewise, if I have to print only those rows which are having index false, so if you see the second row is having only index false, so I will write this time index as false, and now execute it and see the output. So here it is printing only second row, this one. Alright, so firstly it is displaying only two rows having index true, and then row having index as false. So this is the output. So it's a very, I think, very simple concept, that with the help of Boolean indexes you can access rows from a data frame. Now the next thing is binary operation over data frame with series. You have a data frame and a series, and you want to perform some Binary operation means here which requires two operands like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That means you can add a data frame to a dictionary, sorry, to a series. A data frame and series elements can be added. So now how is that possible? So for that again we need a data frame and a dictionary, sorry, a series, and I will simply take this code to the Python again to save time, and then we will see the output of this code. Now before executing it, I'll simply make some corrections. While pasting it here, some lines are merged. So I'll again shift these lines, and before I execute it, let us see the code. In this code we have a data frame. Simply three columns are there. You see the second row. This at this point we have three columns in this data frame. Column number 0, 1 and 2, and these are the values in these columns, and this one is a series. Alright. So now this statement is creating a new data frame, new underscore x, new underscore x, or simply I will use a name z instead of new underscore x. I will use z. So now x is a data frame, y is a series, and z is the sum of x and y. So now how I am using this here, I am writing x is the data frame, x dot, we are calling this function add function. So this is a predefined function, and in this function if you see the parameter is y, the series that we want to add to x, and x is equal to 0. Now what does it mean x is equal to 0? That means elements will be added along the x-axis, which is, sorry, along the 0 axis, which is row wise. So I will simply print all these things just to make it clear. I'll print x, which is the data frame, and then we print y, which is the series, and z here is the sum of x and y along 0 axis. Alright, so let us run it and then see the outcome. So here if you see, this is the actual data frame, that is x, and this is the series having just one column, 1, 2 and 3, and this is the output. So now all elements are added, this 1, 2, 3 elements are added along the 0 axis. So this is, if you see here, in this 0 axis is this one, 1, 2, 3, this column. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 is added to this 1, 2, 3. So this becomes 2, 4, 6. Alright, then the second column is 4, 5, 6 in the data frame. So again 1, 2, 3 will be added. So 4 becomes 5, 5 becomes 7, and 6 becomes 9. Alright, and again 1, 2, 3 will be added to the third column, which is 7, 8, 9. So which means that this column of this series will be added to all the columns of this data frame. So since we have taken x is equal to 0, all elements will be added along 0 axis, that means row wise. Alright, now if you want to add them column wise, that means horizontally, then you will have to use x is equal to 1. So this is how simply you can add, and likewise you can multiply, divide and subtract also. Alright, okay, thank you.